Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Evans has got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 46.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Really nice job there by the interior of the Kansas City defensive line. And they're a stout unit to run against. And they do an excellent job there of bottling that play up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. For these Bucs, Charles, 31-9, they were winners the last time these two teams met back in February. What kind of chances do you give them of going back-to-back? You know, it hasn't been done since the Super Bowls in 2004 and 2005.
Well, when you analyze this team, you start with the front office. It's the same GM. The head coach and his staff essentially the same. They brought back all 22 starters from last year's Super Bowl championship team. And, oh, yeah, there's a certain Mr. Brady who won both of those touchdowns.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now Pin. In with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You think back, Charles, a year ago to Super Bowl 55, we were out in Tampa, and this Chiefs offense just never could get it going. Patrick Mahomes hobbled by that turf toe injury. The offensive line was down a few starters. It was just a team that, frankly, was not at full strength.
And to their credit, they didn't use that as an excuse, and I applaud them for that, because when our eyes showed us what we saw in that game, they didn't play their best game. But Tampa Bay, the better team throughout, right from the word go. And they really got after Kansas City in that one. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do it, especially early in the game like they have. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. But, Charles, you think about these two teams, and think since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years, you have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck are you still getting this wide open.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing now.
What's the yards? I got 40 yards. That's what the passing though.
8 carries for him so far. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown.
Oh no! You see how they be having the players jump.
Robinson, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, there's something that the Chiefs did not do at all in Super Bowl 55, and that's find the end zone, but they're in for 6 here.
Yeah, they could all come up with 3 field goals in that game. A huge surprise to just about everybody out there. But in this one, on the board early compared to the last time they played against this team.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good.
Wait, Office of Local School Council. To be sent home with each student. Distribute all staff and posters in the school. Spring Parent-Teacher Conference, elementary on the 20th of April, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the election. Parents and community members have the opportunity to run and vote for up to 5 candidates, 8 position on your school LC. Who the fuck they think finna application for judge of election? I don't know why they think motherfuckers they finna do that shit for $50. Literally think motherfuckers finna do that shit for like about $50 to $100.
What's that?
To be a fucking judge for the school board election.
I do it. You ain't doing nothing but counting the votes, nigga. You didn't know that?
Now y'all know.
That motherfucker still going up. It was at 207 yesterday.
What's that?
This video.
Now y'all know. Ain't nobody started using it.
Boy, what the fuck? Yeah, brush bird, fuck you mean? Get your motherfucking mouth wide, fuck you mean? Hold that shit. Fuck what you using. You ever use one of these bitches? Pull your mouthwash in there, you know? Add your water to 500.
I meant to say turn the pressure, the water pressure.
Get the rest of your shit.
I said turn the volume up.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Real dental shit. That's what we gonna pick out of here. Right. Connected. Turn the fucking volume up, goddammit. Put that bitch on 6.
Water pressure.
Get your goddamn coke, eh?
Now y'all know. Ain't nobody started using it.
Bruh, cause they using a fucking squirt bottle. You put it in your mouth and you squeeze the bottle and it's supposed to rinse out your gums with the fucking gold and shit in your mouth. You feel me? The fuck y'all using a bottle for?
And the lead is up to 8.
Nigga, I got a whole dental demo in the bathroom. Fuck wrong with these people?
Now after the touchdown, here's Bucko on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one.
Very interesting.
And he makes it all the way.
Weak ass players on your team.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd.
He took it from him.
Cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
What's it gonna be? 'Cause I...
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
All quarterbacks are better when they have clean pockets to throw from, but you give one to Tom Brady, he'll decimate a defense. A really nice job there by his offensive line, giving him the protection to survey the field and make a nice, accurate throw.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. But they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay Titan. Scotty Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Ryan Succop for the point after. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's into the end zone.
Swagger back. I think I got my.
As a result, this game is tied. But Charles, I was going to say the defense probably should have been ready for that since a 2-point conversion tied it like it did. But snapping it from the 15, maybe that was the ultimate element of surprise. They never expected that.
I think you're onto something, truly, because you're supposed to prepare for every eventuality. But who really thinks someone's going to fake it from the 15-yard line with an expectation of getting it into the end zone and picking up 2 points? Not very many people.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out, and they played a little more like a top 2 or 3 defense down the stretch. And I would say that in the playoffs and through the Super Bowl, they were truly the best defense in the NFL.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Powers through, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
midfield. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective.
Fumble that bitch in air. No, after 2 minutes. Bucko, look. He fumbled that bitch in the air.
He was out of bounds to even get the interception, though. Even if he did fumble it.
Hold on, wait. Let me see how to go with it. Now we gonna go right. Hold on, no, wrong person. Trying to get a good accuracy. He got it in his hands. Both feet are already in.
Nope. That foot wasn't down because it stepped on the line. I know what I was looking at. Fuck out of here. That foot on the line. He ain't had the ball in his hand all the way.
Both feet still in.
He stepped out. Left foot went out. You saw it.
Cautious, trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Breaks through the contact. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Bust through the tackle.
Yeah, baby ass nigga trucking me, you little nigga, Joe.
The clock will run. So we've hit half. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Today must be not your day, Bucko. Cause you ain't gonna win this one.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The race set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1.
There's some little niggas on your team, Joe.
20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And that was the little nigga that trucked his big ass.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I know that they
No, I knocked him down.
A couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll be brought down
That'll
here
rock the
at
tackle.
the 28. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
Let's just make this.
Damn, it's gonna show the yard for the runner. 104 yard, 1 touchdown. I need to see them motherfucking running. Okay, you got 76 yards. Okay.
What's succinct? Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense. Diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget
mighty angry.
Something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Okay.
That's going to go as a loss
Y'all
of 6.
fucking
And
want
it'll
to
set
push
him
niggas
back
back.
for second down. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
My man ain't even jump. His bitch ass kept running. Where the fuck he was running to?
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Again with Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close. To the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
First and 10. Here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it.
We got a one view watching. What's up? Go ahead, comment your name, give you a shout out, Bucko. Just let you know.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
Get it there. Come on.
Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Ah!
It's Kelsey. Touchdown.
They don't let him get that shit, man.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end.
Oh no, they ain't go. I told them to comment their name, so I go ahead and give them a shout out. But they ain't type none or put none down. And then they left. The view left. They should fuck around and go to OT, Bucko.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Well, if they said that shit was no good, and it went through.
And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's Brady and the Bucks. Down 21-14, 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep for Perriman.
Got that bit.
A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score
Hey, see what I'm talking about? They got motherfucking players doing crazy ass shit on here.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman.
Let's go.
And he pulls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown.
2 plays compared to yours.
39 yards. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
OT, motherfucker.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game.
How the fuck they just say that they wins and they
score, the other team gets in possession.
See, I like the old days, Bucko, where it actually flip the coin and it shows who wins.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get the field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And Dominican Sue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Why ain't nobody sticking him?
15, just a yard or two.
Who the fuck's supposed to be on him, Joe?
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But now it'll be 3rd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown.
That was a fight.
Stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun.